Hello everyone, welcome back to another Dragon Ball episode talk. So in this episode, Red wants something and he puts up two fingers. Black sees this and puts up his fist because he thinks rock, paper, scissors, but no, Red wants a cigar. And that was just funny, but then we get something that is just seeds planted for future stuff to happen. Because Red decides to insult Black by saying how stupid he is, which is all for the ending. I don't know if Red is a racist. I don't really think that he is necessarily, because a racist would not promote Black as high as he has. However, he's not a good guy. Let's just say that. But this is more planting seeds for future stuff, which is why I'm mentioning it. And also, it was funny. He just puts up a rock and he's like, rock, paper, scissors. It's like, what a cigar, you dummy. So Tao returns and Upa is absolutely no match for Tao, who then throws Upa. However, Goku saves Upa, so that is good. And Tao has actually been looking forward to this because he's never fought someone twice. And he's interested to, I guess, to see what kind of feeling that would give him. However, unlike before, this time the roles are reversed because Tao starts the fight instead of Goku. Because last time Goku charged in, now Tao is the one who charges in. However, Goku dodges him, hits him up into the sky, jumps up into the sky, and then hits him up against the column. And then afterwards he gives the big reveal. I went to the top and I drank the sacred water, which obviously Tao was like, so that explains everything. That's why he's become so strong. So Tao continues his attacks. However, he is no match for Goku because Goku is blocking everything Tao is doing. So then they go into the sky once again, and Tao actually is able to hit Goku into the column. Well, not necessarily into the column, but towards the column. But Goku turns around and uses the column in order to boost himself back towards Tao. However, Tao gets out of the way, which causes Goku to just go straight into a tree like a missile. Meanwhile, we need to have some jokes here as well, okay? We know we have a bunch of fighting, but we need some comedy as well. So let's go back to Roshi's island. So Krillin is doing push-ups with Roshi on his back. Afterwards, they're both interested in what Bulma is doing, who is apparently making a scout plane, a drone. She's making a drone so that she can keep an eye on Goku in that sense. However, Roshi decides to focus on the beautiful pair that Bulma has, which that is where the comedy comes from. Then Launch tries to defend Roshi, and Bulma then wants to reveal the truth about Roshi, which apparently Launch hasn't really discovered yet. However, then Roshi's like, I see Goku. Look at the birds. There's Goku 1 and Goku 2. I named them in order for the distraction to happen. So we get a little bit of some cool down during the fight. Anyway, back to the fight. So Goku overpowers Tao and destroys another suit, which Tao isn't happy about. So then afterwards, it's time for Dodon Ray, but Goku blocks it with his hand like it's nothing. Well, not necessarily like it's nothing. It still hurt his hand. So then afterwards, Tao throws out a capsule and inside was a sword, and then he starts slashing up the place. So Goku has to dodge because what are you gonna do against the sword? Even though later on, you know, Goku would just crack that thing in two with his arm. However, Upa knows what to do. He jumps off of Nimbus, breaks his legs along the way, because there's no way someone like that should have just hit the floor that hard and just be okay. But anyway, he runs into the tent, grabs the power pole, and then he throws it at Goku, who then uses it in order to be able to break the sword in two in one fell swoop. So now Tao doesn't really know what to do. However, he comes up with an idea. If I drink the sacred water, imagine how strong I'll get. However, he needs a little bit of a distraction. So Goku charges him. Tao kicks a rock, but he goes past Goku on an angle towards, you know, Upa. So Goku now has to protect Upa. So Goku jumps back in order to save Upa. And while this is happening, Tao ran over to the pillar and started his climb. And then he continued, after a little bit of a laugh, he continues on the climb. So he's gonna get up there, potentially get stronger, and maybe beat Goku. At least that's what he wants to do. But is that really what is going to happen? Who's to say? We gotta stay tuned for next week, because that's when all will be revealed. And, you know, I'm actually really enjoying this whole thing. I really am. I'm having a blast with the whole Tao storyline. I like the fact that Tao comes back and he's like, I'm actually looking forward to this. You know, I've been looking forward to this for 3 days because I've never had the opportunity to fight someone twice, because after I fight them, they die. You know, that's just how it ends. It ends with them dead. But I fought you. You're alive, so I can do it again, you know? And I love the fact that he was just looking forward to that. Big fan of that. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section down below. And with that being said, thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you did, please like button, subscribe if you're new, if you don't already, turn notifications. Don't forget to check out the Let's Play channel link in the description and at the end of the video. And I'll see you guys next week for another Dragon Ball episode talk. Bye!